What's up, and welcome back to Opposites Attract Podcast. This is Sonja Ramirez, your girl, and I'm sitting next to
Miguel Ramirez.
What's up, everybody? How was your day?
How was your week?
How is your life going?
What the hell?
I
can't be stealing my part.
I thought we could sync.
No, you have your parts. I have mine.
We could come together. It's always fun coming together.
See? We're just talking about this.
Well, that's a good one. That's perfect. Perfect. Yeah. It's always great coming together. See? Hey, one day we're going to have someone that does producer. Is that the person who does that?
Yeah.
Or who? Okay.
Yeah. Or not a producer. It's just producer,
whatever.
Sound guy,
yeah.
whatever.
We'll have a sound guy or person who can do that for us. And if you are looking for a job in the new year, hit us up at 480. No.
Don't hit us up. We ain't got money for that shit yet. You can have the $17 that we made from our Amazon fucking link. That's what we'll pay. You get $17 in the first 6 months. You get another $18 after that.
You know, we're doing pretty good though. You know, this is the New Year's episode.
Heck
and we've done our best, I think, this year.
Yeah, we did.
Like our financial goals, like, you know, we're doing very well. We're doing good.
Yeah.
I
feel weird, man. I feel weird. Yeah.
You know what, though?
I
get
feel
it.
weird talking about it.
I get it.
Especially, like, not normally, but this year.
Yeah. No, this year was very challenging. Like, there was many obstacles. And I'm sure if you're watching this, you're like, yeah, like, let's be done with this year. You know? And
for real.
Miguel and I were sitting down talking about this year. And you had asked me about if I wrote down any of my goals. Right. And I don't recall, like, I think we did because we were talking about them on the podcast. But then I'm like, where did I write those suckers down? Like, I have so many journals. And at the end of the day, they all combined as one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like I start off and I really do. I try to get my journals organized to where I have a business journal, a spiritual journal, a family journal, a all shit journal, but then they all become a shit journal because they're all like mixed together.
If you have something to write down and you can't find that journal, do you just grab one of the other ones?
I do.
Oh, I could fucking see that.
Because I'm like, oh, this is a great thought. This is a great thought.
Where's that journal at?
I'm looking. Yep.
Oh, this one will do.
You know what though? My spiritual journal, I have not. Like, that one's pretty consistent.
Really?
But yeah, it is pretty consistent. So hey, at least I got one. And if anything ever happens to me, you guys are going to have so much fun
reading through your journal?
Yes, you really are. And you're going to be crying and laughing and like, what the fuck was she trying to write here?
What the hell is she talking about?
No, really, because it's just
why are there tears on this page? Why is this page all wet?
But the kids are going to love it because seriously, I have so much written down everywhere.
No,
you know, cool. There's secrets everywhere. And I don't hide them. So there's shit everywhere. You guys are just going to have fun, you know? And I wish that my sister would have had some, you know, like journals or, you know, just stuff like that written because she never really cared taking pictures.
Yeah.
You know, and that's one thing, like, I want to leave behind a whole mess of stuff.
All kinds of shit for people to sort through. Shit. What do you mean, you guys? Why are you looking at me like I'll still be around?
You and the kids. I don't know. I'm just saying, you know, but
so
it's been a crazy year.
It has been, and it's almost over now.
Yeah.
But so we just got done with Christmas. Merry Christmas, obviously, for everybody. Now that it's gone. How was Christmas?
Christmas was different. It was. It didn't feel like we had a good time, right? Like we had a good time. I was thinking the days before, and it came really fast and it went really fast.
Yeah, kind of like the rest of the year.
Yes. Like I enjoyed, being with my family. We spent time with my dad and my little sisters and my brother. Then we went to go visit my mom. It just felt a little different. That's all.
Yeah.
And I think everyone can agree that, the same, like it just wasn't a regular Christmas.
Yeah.
What do you think? Like, how do you feel? I mean, we normally have your mom here, and
yeah, that was really different this year. We usually have my mom with us for Christmas, and it was more quiet, more calm. Like it wasn't like a big party, like
right. Yeah, I
I don't think New Year's is going to be like that either.
No,
it's going to be one of those New Years where we're just kind of like watching
at least
TV,
for us,
laying down.
You know. Yeah, I mean,
actually, we've had a few of those New Years.
Yeah, we normally play safe
on New Year. We're just kind of hanging out.
Yeah,
I don't want to be around all the people.
That's so crazy though, because I was a party animal.
We've been I know for sure we've had a couple New Years where we're just watching together. TV. We've had a couple New Years where we fell asleep before.
Yeah, we actually create our own fireworks.
Oh yeah. But,
and that's great. Like I enjoy being with you. I enjoy us.
We also had that one New Year where we were up in the cabin, and it was just and we were
us.
snowed in.
Yeah,
and it was just us and the kids.
Yes,
we were chilling, having a great time.
Perfect. We played board games, and that was it's great. It was good. I partied a whole lot.
Yeah.
Back in my party.
Have you had enough?
I'm over it. And you're
all right. We're gonna get into that in a little bit.
Yeah.
But so what'd you get for Christmas? What'd you get for Christmas?
So I got me a shirt
from.
Can you guys see, from my hubby?
Well, not from
my husband.
It's from me, but
yeah. And what?
It's from Schitt's Creek.
Yes, it's from. I love that show, and I'm so sad because there's no more episodes. Like it's over.
Yeah.
Sad face.
Sad.
How would Joey make a sad face?
That's a mad face. I just know the mad face.
But the sad face, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know.
But the shirt says
very uninterested in that opinion.
Yes,
and it's David from Schitt's Creek. If you guys watch Schitt's Creek, it's a funny show. Definitely recommend it. It's funny. Yeah. It's a good show.
And then Miguel regift one of my
what?
My pearl earrings.
Oh,
you freaking regift.
No, that's not regifting.
That's regifting.
That's not regifting.
Okay.
Regifting is when you get something and then you give that away to somebody else.
Okay. Well, you got me
regifting is when I.
What was it for? Valentine's, my birthday. What was it?
I don't know. It was like last year for Christmas. I bought you some pearl earrings, and I don't know if one pearl fell out or some shit happened. The back fell off. So I returned them.
Yes.
And I bought you pearl earrings again. I gave it another shot. And we already know that these pearl earrings are going back, and we're going to get another one. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But no, I want to get you what you want. And what's up?
And I got some perfume.
I got you some perfume, your favorite perfume.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. And
got all kinds of stuff. My mother-in-law spoils the heck out of me, man.
Yeah.
She does. Like, she sent me a gift card to Ulta, like a huge gift card.
Yeah.
And
then you guys can see my Sonja got me a custom-made Packers lamp.
There's not another one like it.
Which is, you guys can see it here for those of you watching the podcast. You can watch the podcast. You can listen to the podcast. OppositeTrackPodcast.com.
Yes.
But so I got the lamp. I got the shirt. I got a bottle of Jack and a nice glass, which I'm drinking out of now.
Yes. We got some great gifts. Yeah, but
we got some cool stuff.
I'm just like, I don't know. To me, that's not what Christmas is about. It's not about the gifts. It's not about what you get. It's about spending time together and just building those memories and trying to teach the kids, the same.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't know if it's just because I'm sure it is because we're getting older.
We are getting older.
Are you excited about gifts? No, about the gifts that you get. Like,
I get it. Yeah. I mean, I love the lamp. My mom sent me some shirts, which I really like. No, I love the gifts. It's nice.
Yeah.
But I think more than I like giving.
I'd rather have your mom here.
Something that, yes.
I'd rather have your mom here than the gifts.
For sure. I take back all the gifts.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, like just visiting my dad and visiting my mom and having coffee and
Even though I like
drinking
them,
all the
I would still buy
desserts and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
That's what matters to me. That's what matters to me.
Yeah.
You know, so if you didn't get me
Almost,
anything, like I would be okay with that. As long as I had you with me, you know, and the kids with me, like I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
What were you going to say before I cut you off?
I don't remember. I forgot. But no, so you were talking about the goals and all that. And it's the end of the year. And so at the beginning of this year, when we started we started the podcast before this the beginning of this year. And I made some goals for the podcast. And, you know, I'm sure in the beginning of this year, the podcast that we put out, we probably talked about goals and setting SMART goals. And if you guys don't know what that is.
All that good stuff.
Yeah. SMART is just an acronym for specific, measurable, attainable, and timely. So when you make a goal, like you could just say, hey, I want to do this, whatever. Like you're just kind of putting it out there. But you have to actually write it down if you really want it to happen. And it's crazy because even if it's not a SMART goal, like a SMART goal is a good goal. Like that's just something that's very specific that you can measure. Like 6 months in, I could be like, well, I'm not really halfway to my goal. And attainable, something that's actually realistic that you can actually do. And then timely, something that has a time frame attached to it. Like by 6 months, I want to be here. 3/4 of the year through, I want to be here. A year, at the end of the year, I want to be at this point. Something you can measure. And then you can also, if you're not reaching your goals by the halfway point or whatever, then you can kind of adjust and redirect. But there's something about writing them down. Like even if you have because I had the intention of, you know, fulfilling these SMART goals, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't. But there is something about writing them down that you still somehow you get farther than if you didn't do that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah.
It's weird. So I wanted to go over a couple things. Just the important ones. So like personally, I wanted to use that checklist more. That fucking went out the window. I used that checklist a little bit, and I use it from time to. Actually, no, I don't. I stopped using that a while back. We wanted to invest a little bit on the rent, a little bit more on the rental property, and we've been doing that consistently. So that's been great.
Yay!
This is a weird
We've
one.
done pretty good this year.
So in the beginning of this year, I put that I wanted to do jujitsu 3 times a week, and I've done that the entire year. There's been some weeks where I couldn't do it 3 times, and maybe it was only twice or once a week, or sometimes I didn't do it at all for that week. But that was for specific situations. You know, I've been going at least 3 times a week. And you know what's weird is that the year before, actually, today is 2 years of me doing jiu-jitsu. Today is 2 years ago. Today was when we all went.
How do you even remember that?
It was
because the picture popped up.
The Facebook memories.
Oh, that's right.
That
I'm like,
came
how
up
in
this
the
morning.
hell? I'm like, there's no way. Okay.
That came up this
okay.
morning. So December 26th, 2 years ago, was the first day that me and you went to jiu-jitsu with the kids and did our first jiu-jitsu class.
Gotcha.
But you know what's crazy is that 2 years ago, I wrote down my goals. And it wasn't anything very specific. But I had like a 5-year goals, and then I had like 20-year goals. One of my 5-year goals was to get my blue belt. And I wrote that down one time and never looked at it again. That was 2 years ago. And I was like, in 5 years, I want to have a blue belt.
And you did it within 2.
And I did it in 2 years. It's freaking nuts. I wanted to get rid of all my flyers, which I still haven't done. That I wanted to do by the June of this year. But, you know, Corona and all that, making excuses, whatever. I could have got it done. Post on social media every day. I didn't do that, but I did pretty good. And I've been slacking here recently. But I have, for the most part, I've been posting every day, or we've been posting together every day if I don't. Release 3 videos a week. And that one, I think I only missed 1 video for the entire year. So I've posted 3 videos every week for the whole year. For the months that have an extra week in them, we've put out an extra podcast every month. So we nailed that one. And then I wanted to grow the podcast 5 times the size. So for YouTube, I wanted to get to 405 subscribers. Anyway, I'll just say we started at 81 at the beginning of the year. Our goal was 405, but we got to 125. We're at 171 right now, which is pretty good. I mean, we didn't reach the goal, but shit, we more than doubled.
Yeah, that's good.
And then the average episode, I think before we had like 25 views. Now the average episode gets like 55 views. So we've doubled that, which is awesome. Facebook, we wanted to get to 500. We had 100, but we got to 200. We went from 100 to 218.
Okay, that's good.
Twitter, we had 9. We wanted to get to 45, but we're at 22, right? So hey. And Instagram, we wanted to get to 385. We were at 77. Now we're at 127. For our audio downloads, we had 100. We were currently at 35 downloads, and now we're at 65 downloads per episode on average.
That's good.
And it's going up. And it's just, the thing is that even though we didn't reach the goals, I can guarantee you that if we didn't write it down, or if I didn't write it down and know that this is something that I was going towards, we wouldn't have even got to this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So even though we didn't reach the goals, we've made a lot of progress. And I think for next year, we're going to do more, we'll do the same thing.
Yeah.
We'll focus on, the growth of the podcast and putting it out there and just getting better all the way around.
And then to make us feel better, we don't only podcast.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
We are parents. We have full-time jobs, full-time businesses.
Yeah.
And we do jujitsu. We do all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So I don't know. To make myself feel better, we did pretty good. Even, with Trust Inc. If you look on the board, my goal was 5 direct clients. We have in green. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Nice.
Yeah.
And this is the thing, though, is that I think that if it was just like, hey, I was talking to you about this earlier in the week. Like, let's say we didn't set any goals. There are no goals for the podcast. It's just like, hey, the only goal is we're going to put out a podcast every week. That's it, right? Mm-hmm. But then that also means that you don't really have to do a video podcast. I mean, we could just put out the audio. We could release the video. Mm-hmm. You don't really have to post because that wasn't really something that we specifically wrote down. You don't have to respond to all the comments or whatever. But the fact that we wrote it down, I think helped us get even further. Because if it wasn't written down, you'd probably just forget about it and be like, whatever. I don't feel like doing it right now.
So for next year, we should write down our goals on the whiteboard.
I was thinking that too.
Yeah, because then we can see them, every day.
Yeah.
And know what we have to do.
Yeah. And my major, the major ones were putting out that extra podcast, which we nailed, and the extra videos. Because I just know the content helps. Putting out more content always helps. But, and you know what? This is what I did, but the views, the downloads, and all that came from you guys. Yeah. So we really appreciate it.
Thank you to all our supporters and listeners. We appreciate you guys.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I think with the whole goal setting, I feel that we should do it as a family. We should get the kids involved and get them starting to write down goals as well.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Make it a family night.
At the end of the year?
And talk to them about the goals that we wrote down last year and the ones that we accomplished.
Actually, you know what? That's a good idea because that way, when there's something that we have going on, be like, hey, you remember we had goals. And sometimes to reach those goals, these are the things that you got to do.
Sacrifice. Yep. The sacrifices we need to make. And I had that conversation with Adriana.
Speaking of, yeah.
Because of the business.
Yep. Speaking of business and Christmas, we got one of my Christmas presents was actually a present for the kids something for them to get to work. One of my Christmas presents was like a little trailer for their bike. Mm-hmm. And I think my mom bought it for us.
Oh, very cool.
So bought it for me.
We were not sure.
Bought it for me for the kids.
Yeah.
So now that they have this little trailer that they can, it's got like a little hitch on it. You can pin the trailer to it, or you can disconnect it and you just got your bike riding around. And they're going to make like a little store where they can sell candies, they can sell toys, they can sell all kinds of stuff, put it all in the trailer, and they can follow each other on the bike with a speaker and call the kids out. And
they're always asking, how can we make money? And I'm like, you tell us, like, we've given them.
Well, the thing is that we're also very busy. So we've done all kinds of stuff with the kids, like the lemonade stand. We've baked cookies with them and sold them.
Yep. The little things that you shoot up in the air.
Yeah, the little LED helicopters that they were selling. And we've always wanted them to kind of at least know that this is an option. You can just go make money.
Yeah.
You don't have to work for somebody else. We were just talking about this yesterday. There was a meme or like one of those posts on Facebook that I saw that said, like, get to work on your dreams or somebody will hire you to work on theirs.
Yep.
And there's nothing wrong with that. If you work for a great company or whatever, and you're in an industry or something that you're passionate about, something that you love, great. But if you want to start something for yourself, then, you can do that too. Like, it's just insane.
Especially today. Like, there's so many things you can do.
Look at the lamp. You just bought a freaking Packers lamp. Yeah. Like, there's so many different ways to make money. Like, it is insane. Like, watching, there was something, I can't remember what it was. We were just talking about something. But it was
Amazon selling stuff on, was it eBay or?
No. It wasn't anything like that. But what it was something that you wouldn't really find interesting. But when you find somebody that is really passionate about something, like a craft, something that they're really good at, it could be something weird. But when you watch that person do that's done it for 25 years, like they're so good at it. Watching whatever they're doing it's interesting. It's like, wow, man, they are so good at that.
What about the spoon lady? We never even talked about that.
Yeah, there was a video that I saw a couple weeks ago, and it was called, you guys can definitely look it up, Abby the Spoon Lady. And when you look at her, she's wearing overalls.
Yep. With overalls.
With like kind of like one of those tube top, whatever, underneath the overalls.
Yeah.
She's not wearing shoes.
She's an older lady.
Yeah. She's not wearing shoes. She doesn't have teeth. I think the overalls are rolled up, right?
Yep.
Are they sitting in front of a trailer or
looks like it,
in
like
the
a porch?
Like a little porch or something. Yeah. I don't know. And she's got a guy next to her, and he starts playing. Was it the banjo? The banjo. He starts playing the banjo. I don't know what the hell suggested this video to me. I'm glad it did.
Yeah.
And I don't know why the hell I clicked on it. Maybe because of her. Like, I saw the way she looked, and I see how many views the video has, and I was like, I want to see it. So I click on it, and she's got spoons in her hands.
Yeah.
And the guy's playing the banjo, and she starts banging on the spoons, and she's doing really good. And the video just went viral. And I'm looking at her, and I'm like, she doesn't have like the typical appearance of somebody that you would pay any attention to.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I looked her up, and I find her YouTube channel, and then I see a video about her appearance and her teeth. And like just being
real,
straight up, like she looks country as shit, like from the sticks, like in the middle of the forest. But when you listen to her talk, she's like that, like people treat her a certain way because of the way she looks. And she actually rides trains, like fucking rides, like jumps on a train somewhere and just rides it and see where it takes her. And she was talking about her teeth and like how there's so many reasons why you could lose your teeth.
What happened was she received tons of negative comments.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Yeah. And so she just did this video, honest, vulnerable.
Yeah.
Talking about her story, her life, and telling people to never give up. Like, just never give up and never allow people to steal your dreams, basically.
And judging people based off of what they look like.
Yes. And that's something that us humans do and feel that our opinion is needed.
Yeah, because you listen to her talk. Yeah.
Perfect shirt to wear.
No, but when you listen to her talk, it's true. Like you could tell that she's a good person.
Yes.
Yep. And
she has a beautiful spirit, beautiful soul.
And by looking at her, you can tell how people would make fun of her.
Right.
But then you also feel sad that people would make fun of somebody like her because she's so sweet.
Right.
You know, she's such a nice lady.
But people do that crap
All the time.
The time.
Abby the Spoon Lady. Check it out. Yeah.
Yes.
You might be surprised.
And that's a conversation that I had to have with Audrey recently.
Yeah.
You know, and unfortunately, this is not the end. This is the first of many. And so us leading and talking to her and having these open conversations, letting her know that, hey, not everybody's going to like you. And you are going to get judged on your appearance and what you say and how you speak. But as long as you know what you stand for and who you are, she's going to be okay.
Yeah.
You know, she's going to be okay. She's going to feel that she is enough, that she is good enough.
Yeah.
And but it's just her knowing what she stands for and who she is.
Yeah. That's true.
You know, and that talk with Joey as well, because that boy, he feels like he's going to be good. And if he's not good before he's bad, then he's not okay with that.
No, he's got to be good at anything he tries out.
Right. And we just got him a Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
And he's not good at some of those games because our kids don't play video games. This is the first, right? I mean,
yeah, this is their first game system.
And I love it, though. I think we did great because
I think so
this
too.
morning he was playing on his Nintendo Switch and he said, okay, Mom, I'm done. And he put it up.
Yeah.
And then we started watching a movie together. And he said, see, Mom, I'm not going to be like my friend. That's what he told me. Because he has a friend that is always on his phone. Like, they'll come over
and it hurts
they're
his
playing.
feelings.
Yeah. And he wants to play. He wants to play with his Legos. He wants to play with his Transformers.
There was one day when they had a sleepover and he came home the next day and I was like, how was the sleepover? And he was sad.
Yeah.
He was sad. He was like, he was on his phone the whole time.
Yeah. And I love the fact that he sees that he's aware.
You know what else I like? I like the games that they're into. There's nothing crazy about the games that they're into. Like, they're not into some crazy shit.
But it's because we haven't opened that door.
Yeah.
Right? Like, we haven't opened that door.
Well, the thing is that even if they do, like, if their friends are like, hey, you need to get this game, I'm like, that's not happening. You're not fucking getting that game.
Yeah.
You know? Like, the games that they're playing are appropriate for them.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, because there's some crazy games out there.
Yeah, for real.
You know?
But you were talking about, like, go ahead, sorry.
So Adriana, we were in the car and we were out with my cousin. And my cousin, her and I were pregnant at the same time. She was pregnant with her son. I was pregnant with Audrey.
Yeah.
And my cousin has 4 older boys and older. And she was saying, because Audrey was like, oh, so, my cousin has a phone. And she says, yes. And he plays these games. And she said, yes. She's like, but the only reason is because he was already exposed to this because he has older siblings. Yeah. She's like, your mom's doing a great job. She said, because she told Audrey, if you would have a phone, you would not be having this conversation with us. You would not be talking to us. You would not be engaged with us. You would be on your phone.
Yeah, playing whatever.
Yep.
Or talking to whoever.
Yep. So she told her, your mom is doing the right thing. And I'm like, oh, thank you so much. Like, thank you. Thank you. And it's so true. Because when we spent the girls, we had a girls' day and we were talking and socializing and Audrey was present. She was there with us.
Yeah.
And I could only imagine, I couldn't see her doing the same if she had a phone.
Yeah.
So it's comforting to know, because at times we feel bad. We're like, maybe we should, right? But then
no, I don't.
Well, I do because I have these conversations with her. But Mom, all my friends have a phone. But Mom, all my friends are doing this. But Mom,
I don't give a shit. Like, well, we've had this conversation.
There's times where I feel that we may shelter her, but then when I talk to other parents and I hear what they're going through, I'm like, no, I'm good.
I think we've mentioned it on here we are part of this parenting tech group on Facebook. And the more posts that we scroll through in that group,
Yeah.
the better we feel about not getting the kids a cell phone.
Right.
Because there is so much shit out there and so much crap that they get into. But yeah, it's just, it's unknown. Like you still don't, these things haven't been around long enough for us to know the effects that they have on kids.
Right.
Like we're figuring it out right now by fucking them all up.
Yeah.
You know?
The other day, no, it is a good thing. Like I came home, and the last 2 days of working the business were very challenging. You know that, just very challenging. And Adriana was here in the office, and I come home, and she asks me if we could go somewhere, do something. And it was kind of late. And I said, Adriana, I'm like, I didn't have a very good day today. And it was so cute. It was funny as shit though, but it was so cute because she puts her arms out and she wiggles her fingers to me and she's calling me. She's like, come here, Mom. She's like, come sit on my lap.
She's like, oh, come here.
It was so cute. It was so cute. She's like, come here, Mom. Come here, Mom. And she's wiggling her little fingers and she's like, come sit on my lap. But you know what that got me to see?
What's that?
Because there's times, and Audrey's big, okay? So I'm like 5'1". She's like 5'1". I don't know. She
Yeah,
seems about my height, man. But she's getting big, and she will come and sit on my lap.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God, you're heavy. Like, get off. But now I recognize, okay, hold on to her because maybe she's not having a good day or something's going on. And, that's her way of receiving comfort from me is coming and sitting on my lap. So that day when I told her I wasn't having a good day and she did that to me, yeah, I connected the dots. I'm like, that's got awesome. It. I didn't share that with you, but I got it.
That's good.
Because when was it? Just recently, she was sitting on me. And I was like, oh, man.
Yeah, we were sitting at the table.
She's a big girl.
Yeah.
Embrace that because there's going to be a day. Hopefully not. I want her to be like 35. I'm going to be an old lady. She'll be smashing me. Come here, baby. Come here, baby. No, with no teeth. Come here. Give your mama a kiss. No.
Yep. Yeah, right. So right before the holidays, we had I had the kids with me for a few days. I had the boys. So I had Joey. And his cousin was visiting us. Yep. Mm-hmm. And these were like 3 days before Christmas. They were hanging out, or his cousin had slept over with us. And our nephew. And we went fishing. We shot the BB gun, and we're doing stuff. And I was talking to him about going sledding and just some of the stuff that we've done.
Yeah.
And we had a great time. It was awesome. But just the other day, I was kind of thinking about my cousin.
Which cousin? Oh, okay.
My cousin Tuso. I call him Tuso. That's his nickname. His name is Miguel. And growing up, I remember like he's a year younger than me, so we're pretty much the same age, and we were like inseparable all the time. Like in the summers, he lived in Spain. In the summers, I would go to Spain to visit, and we would do everything together. It was like the best summers ever. We were like little best friends, and we would freaking run around swimming, and we would play soccer, and we would wake up playing just like them. Exactly the same.
That's what I was going to say. I'm like,
exactly the same.
Yeah.
Our son, Joey, and his cousin, like they wake up or they wake us up playing. If not, they'll both be sleeping because they were up so late the night before playing. And at night we're
yelling at them. It's time to go to bed.
Hey, you guys go to bed. And they're just playing and playing and playing. Yep. And then throughout the day, they're playing the entire time.
It's so cute.
And I was thinking about growing up with my cousin. And my cousin's dad, his name is Miguel. And he was, to me, it was something special. He was Tío Miguel. And Tío Miguel for me was like the favorite uncle that you could have. Like he was the one
Play the sad music.
There we go. Where were we at? I gotta find it.
Yeah, see?
Oh,
it's okay. Go ahead, baby.
Fucking it all up. God damn it. Now I gotta find it because you're talking shit.
I want to see. Okay.
He was the best uncle you could ever have. No, he really was. And well, it's different. But
it's hard, right?
No, it's not the same. But so my cousin, we would have the best summers ever. His uncle, I mean, my uncle, his dad, he was the best. Like, I remember he would take us to like the arcade. He would take us to go ride motorbikes. He would take us to the water park. He would take us everywhere. And my uncle he passed away a long time ago. And, but those are the memories that I have with him, you know, like he was awesome. He was the best uncle you could ever ask for.
Aww.
And my cousin, to me, he was somebody very important in my life too, because when I was a kid growing up and going to high school, I had a lot of trouble. I had a lot of trouble staying focused and doing the right things. I'd rather be fucking off and cutting class with my friends and doing whatever. And when I ended up moving to Florida, my cousin ended up, when his dad passed away, he moved to Florida with my aunt and my, some family that was living in Spain. They moved here, my aunts, and they came here. So I ended up moving to Florida and going to high school with my younger cousin that used to live in Spain. And it was his example that really helped me finish. Not only finish, but like really kick the shit out of my last high school year. Because I was a fuck up my whole school career. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I fucking failed everything. It got so bad that there was a point when I remember my dad telling me, like, you're not even going to fucking graduate. So if you're not going to graduate, tell me now so that we can start looking for work so that you can pay rent, because you're not going to do shit. Pretty much. I mean, he didn't say that in those words, but that was pretty much what I was picking up. And he wasn't wrong, And when I moved to Florida, I ended up living with my aunt for a year and with that cousin. And we helped each other out.
It's amazing how your associations play a huge role on the decisions that you make in your life. Yeah. I mean, something in you, even though you said that, you were a fuck up growing up, there was something in you, because the decision you had to make at what age?
What, when I left?
Yes. How old were you?
16, 17.
16. Okay, so I know the story.
Yeah.
I know the story, and I know your grandmother had your back.
Yeah.
Right? She had your back 100%. And at the age of 16, you made the decision to leave all you knew, because all your best friends were in New York. Your dad, you had a lot of family in New York. And at the age of 16, you made the decision that you had to make a change.
Yeah.
You had to make a change or else, right? And at that age, you decide to leave it all behind and that you were going to move with your mom. And even your grandmother told you that was the best decision for you. And no one else knew. Yeah. Like, no one else knew.
Yeah, my best friends in New York, they knew. Yes. My family had no idea. But even when I first moved to Florida, it's hard. It's not easy to be a fuck up your whole life and then leave, and then now guess what? I fucking get off the plane in Florida. Now I'm not a fuck up anymore.
And it's totally different. It's totally different because you're moving from living with your dad to living with your mom, and there are higher expectations.
The thing is that I'm living with my
different cultural.
I'm living with my dad in New York City,
right?
And then I'm moving with my mom in Florida, like
where it's more
in a
proper.
Smaller. It's not like different. It was a small town, but it was it's not New York City,
right?
People are surfing.
There was a lot of adjusting.
Surfing, obviously, I got
and this is so crazy. There was a lot of adjusting that you had to make.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So you know what I just thought about, and I'm stealing your story.
What's that?
The kids.
What's that? What about them?
Holy shit! I just had a aha moment. The kids, when we took in my sister's kids, and they went from having no structure, no nothing, to now all of a sudden we got rules in place. Oh my goodness, babe.
So my first year that I was in Florida, I had a hard time. I had a little bit of a hard time adjusting. But then my second year that I was there, my senior year of high school, I had my cousin, and we helped each other out because he was really good in school, and there was, and because I think he also had a lot to get used to here, you know, and you know, we did really well together in high school. It was a lot of fun, and with his help, I aced everything my last year. I went from failing, like literally failing every single class, to getting an A in every single class.
How though? Like what did that for you? What helped you make that decision? Was it his influence?
It was his example. I would see it. I was like, because I would see him do, like, he would just, it was effortless for him. But I just didn't know any better. Like, I would see usually, like, he had all his shit done. And I'm like, how? When? And then he still had time to do other stuff. And then I'm like, oh, well, like, I could do both. Like, I could have a good time, hang out with people, but I also get my work done. So we would do shit together. And then little by little, I started seeing what he was doing, and I would do shit the way he would do it.
You know what? I think that Joey's he's all you, that little boy. Like, he is all you. And you're going to have these discussions with him. You're going to have these, you know, because I can totally see him going down that.
Yeah. But what I was going to say is that was my cousin that, like, I if I could, I would have spent every minute of every day with my cousin.
Aww.
Fucking playing soccer, climbing walls, going swimming, all kinds of shit. We got into all kinds of shit. But what I'm saying is Joey and his cousin, like, I have the opportunity to be that uncle for them.
Aww.
You know?
Aww. Yeah.
Like,
and I could totally see that.
That's,
you know?
Like, to me, like, and it's fucking crazy, like, his name. Aww. I mean, Miguel is a very popular name, but he was my Tío Miguel.
Aww.
And now I can be Tío Miguel for them.
Oh my gosh.
You know?
Huh. Yeah. And Adán is very similar to Tuso.
All right.
No, seriously.
Yeah, well,
but he's a smart kid.
He's very, very.
He's a very smart kid.
I'm just going like, well, he's like dropping names.
He's like very structured.
Yes.
You know, not structured, but he's very, like, he's smart. Like, he just gets stuff. He's very, and he likes school and he likes to learn.
Yeah.
You know, and Joey's was like you.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this is funny.
He doesn't want to read. Okay, he doesn't want to do shit.
When Ruby listens to this, she's gonna be like, "What the hell?" Right? And Joey's more the tough kid, right? Like, he goes to jujitsu. He knows he'll stick up for himself. Like, so he's gonna teach that to little, you know,
to his cousin.
Yeah,
you know what?
His cousin.
And that is true.
Wow.
You know what? I'll tell you. I'll tell all you guys, and I'll send this to my cousin so he could hear it. But there was a time when we were little kids. And we were playing somewhere. Oh, we were playing at the pool.
Uh-huh.
We were at the pool, and something happened where I was like, we had a few friends. This was in Spain, and we were in the pool. We're all swimming, and there was one kid. I don't know if we were playing tag or what happened, but this kid was holding my cousin underwater and not letting him up.
Yeah,
like fucking drowning him.
Yeah,
and he was drowned, or he was drinking water or whatever, and he finally got up, and he came over to me, and I saw that he was crying.
Aww.
And I asked him, like, what happened? And he told me what happened. And I got so mad. And obviously, like,
how old were you?
I might have been Joey's age. Something like that. Like 9, 10. I don't know. I have to ask my cousin. He probably doesn't remember either because it was so long ago. But so he told me what happened. And I went over to this kid and I got so mad. And I'm from New York. So English is like my primary language. And I think I remember like yelling a bunch of shit at him in English. He's not going to understand. And then I just punched him in the face. Like, I punched him in the face and he might have started bleeding from his nose or whatever. And I didn't want to get in trouble. So I told my cousin, I'm like, hey, get your stuff. Let's get out of here before somebody sees us. But
I could see Joey doing that too. Like, if somebody picked on his cousin.
I don't know if it was a couple days later, we went to the park. We were playing soccer and we ran into the kid and he had like a bruise or whatever. And I think we ended up becoming friends again and playing. And it was like, hey, don't fuck with my cousin.
Yeah.
Because I'll fuck you up.
I could totally see Joey doing that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I remember.
Like, I could totally see Joey doing that.
I remember going home
mess with his
and
cousin.
telling our parents and shit, like, hey, somebody might be, you might get a call or somebody might come over later. So I punched some kid in the face.
Oh, no.
But, hey, man, that's
cool.
Don't fuck with our family. Get your ass beat.
Aw.
But, yeah, man, I was thinking, I was like, you know what? That's That's cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he was that guy. He was that uncle. He was the fun one. You know, and that's one thing. Fucking uncles get, you know what? Uncles have like a bad publicist or whoever like puts out information for uncles, because you always talk about like when you have family reunions, you have that fucking creepy uncle, the one that smells weird, the one that people don't want to get around. It's like, what about the good ones? Nobody fucking talks about the good uncles, you know?
Oh, that's funny.
You got the fucking creeps at Thanksgiving. Like, get away from me, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
And so, yeah.
Aw, that's awesome. Yeah. So while you were having that moment with them, I was having my moment with Audrey.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Yep. And speaking of fishing, and it kind of goes to what we were talking about before. So my fishing license expired and I wanted to take the kids fishing. So I renewed my fishing license, and I don't know about this fucking application to get your fishing license. Like, they asked me for so much shit.
You've given,
dude, in the past like 3 days or whatever, I've given. My shit's gonna get hacked. Like,
hey, don't say that.
I'm just saying. We bought Joey this Nintendo Switch.
Every toy you have to download. I
had to make a fucking Nintendo account. I had to fucking sign up for this shit. Joey gets a game. We download a game for the thing. Well, the Nintendo Switch, the Nintendo account is not good enough. I gotta fucking make an account for the people that make this game. Then if I want to buy some shit, I gotta make another fucking account. It's like too much. But when I was going to get this the fishing license, they're asking my fucking social security, my address, my date of birth, my fucking blood type, you know, all this kind of shit. But one of the things that they were asking was your eye color, your weight, your eye color, your weight.
Okay, that's just
your hair color. And one of the options on the hair color thing, it's like, you know, brown, blonde, black, gray, white. And it's, you know, it's got all the different.
Yeah.
So now, you know, now it's not as clear cut. Before it was like black, click, and fucking moving on to the next question.
This is hilarious.
And now lately I'm like, do I still click black? And
I took a picture of Miguel.
And then so then I was like, fuck it, I'll just click black and move on. I keep filling it.
Yeah.
So then the next day we're hanging out after dinner. Me and you were just sitting at the table bullshitting.
Right.
And we're like, let's take a picture and send it to my mom. Because we got my mom one of those digital frames, right?
Yes.
So we snap a picture, we're gonna send it to my mom's frame. And I look at the picture
and his hair is all like, gray.
Dude, my fucking hair looks more gray than black. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, I think I got to start picking gray from now on.
Isn't that crazy?
You know?
And then we got into a conversation about getting older.
Yeah.
And I started to think, I mean, I had really fun in my younger years, but I love where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
You know, like I truly, yes, I have wrinkles. I have hair grow. This is hilarious.
You have a hair growing out of place. What?
Remember I told you? I'm like, I was talking to Miguel. I'm like, I think I'm going to go get my eyebrows done because I'm losing hair on my eyebrows. Like, they're not as thick as they used to be.
Hey, you know what's funny though?
And hold on. And I was looking at my neck. I'm like, what the hell? What the hell is this on my neck? Did one of my hairs fell off my eyebrows and ended up on my neck or what? But then I pulled it and it was stuck. I was stuck.
It was one of those hairs that you fucking play with where you fucking yank on it and you can see the fucking skin coming with it.
I'm like, I'm just going to make it curly because it's sticking straight out.
Dude, it's funny because you're telling me this shit. And at the same time, I'm telling you about how I told Joey to grab my pliers. Obviously, I've been a mechanic for a long fucking time. This is one of those like those redneck jokes. Like you might be a redneck but you might be a mechanic if you use fucking pliers to pull the hairs out of your ear or out of your nose. God. But the other day, like you're telling me this story and at the same exact time, I'm telling you that like I was like scratching my ear or something and I feel something. I was like, oh shit, I got a hair like growing out of my ear.
Yeah.
And I'm pulling it, trying to yank it fucking off with my fingers and I can't get it. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck, I'm done fucking with this thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, Joey, go get me my pliers. And I grab it and I fucking rip it out.
Oh my God.
But
this is funny. It's like because we don't feel old. I don't feel old. You don't feel old until there's something that we do. Like there's something we say or something that we do and we look at each other and we're like, we're fucking getting old. Like we are the old farts. Like when we're hanging out with my niece and her husband.
Well, what the fuck I was telling you something the other day that what was I looking at?
Okay, let's see, because we took a note. We were laughing so hard about this.
I was looking at something, but this is a fucking old people thing.
Yeah.
I was looking at something, and when I put it in front of my face, and I'm like really trying to focus.
The game. Was it a game?
I don't know, but I'm sitting there and I have it.
You had to squint.
I have it like 12 inches from my face, and I'm making faces. I'm like, what the fuck does that say? And then I was like, what the fuck is happening to me?
Yes.
And I was like,
You were trying to read something.
Yes. I'm like, this is how you know you're getting old. When you're making stupid fucking faces to see shit, that's when you know you're getting old. Before I could just fucking look at it and see it from across the room. Yeah. Now I'm like, what the fuck does that say? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's fucked up, man. But
it's like, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, like, there's, like, we've talked about, like, there's so many people, like, they're hanging on to every thread of youth that they can hold on to. Like, they just do not want to fucking let it go.
They're like 67 wearing skinnies. No.
Well, yes, exactly. No, well, you know what we were talking about?
What?
How a lot of people, they wish they could go back to their younger years.
Yes, that's what I was, Right? Yes. And that's what I was,
I look back at my younger years, I don't want any fucking part of that. I do not want any part of that shit. Like waking up fucked up, waking up in places like where the fuck am I at?
Right. Or who am I next to?
I remember in the, oh my God. I remember in the military one time here in Arizona, I went to a fucking party. I got fucked up. I wake up, I'm in a house somewhere, and I wake up and I'm looking around. It's dark as fuck in this house. There's people passed out everywhere. I was like, I think I remember coming here. I get up, I walk out the door, and I figure out like where I'm at. I'm like, okay,
I've never done that.
I'm in. I'm like, oh, this is fucking Sun City.
Hangover stuff.
Like this is like, I don't know why I was partying with like 70-year-olds.
I know, Sun City. I'm like, what?
I think somebody rented a house out there. Sun City, for you guys that aren't out here, that's like where retirement people are at here in Arizona.
Right.
I was partying at the fucking retirement home.
Oh no.
But I wake up and I fucking get my bearings straight, and I'm like, okay, I'm here. And I'm fucking miles from the base. And I'm like, and it's hot. And I was like, fuck it. I took my shirt off, walked to the gas station, bought a gallon of water, and started fucking walking.
What?
Started walking to the base. Like, I think my phone might have been dead or whatever, and I just started walking. Actually,
oh, hell no.
Actually, I remember somebody stopped. They're like, where are you going? And I'm like, I'm just fucking headed to the, oh, you're from fucking Luke? Yeah. We're fucking headed down the street. We're going right there. You want to jump? And I'm like, fuck it, let's go. And they took me.
Yeah. No.
But I don't want any part of that shit anymore. Fuck that.
See, but I don't remember waking up sick. Like, I remember being good. I mean, the last time I remember waking up sick was with you when we just had a newborn and we were both hung over because we were celebrating our anniversary.
You know why you don't remember waking up sick?
Why?
Because we would power through that shit back then. You would wake up sick and then you'd be like, well, fuck it. We're going out again, so let's keep this party going.
Yeah. No, I remember going to work drunk. Like, I remember going to work drunk and being like not hungover. Like, I don't remember being hungover. That's what I'm saying.
What's that Jack Black movie? I think it's School of Rock, when he's like, who here? He's like a teacher. And he's like, who can tell me what a hangover is? And one of the kids is like, a hangover means you're drunk. And he's like, close. He's like, hangover means I was drunk yesterday. That's what he's teaching the kids in his class.
I don't remember it affecting me. I remember it, when we got married, and you didn't think I was gonna make it to our wedding, but I felt good. Like, I felt good, right? I didn't feel hungover, and I never got hungover that day. That was really weird.
Maybe it was the adrenaline, or
maybe, but that's how I would feel, because I remember going to work and I was like, great, I felt good. Now, even on Christmas Eve when we were hanging out with my family, we both were like, we're not drinking.
Like, I'm not drinking.
I'd rather not.
To get
I don't want to be sick tomorrow. Like, I do not want to feel that again.
Yeah.
Right?
No.
And I don't think you and I have done that since that last anniversary with Audrey. It was Audrey.
Yeah.
Right? Because Audrey was born July 9th.
It's been that long.
And we went out July 21st on our anniversary. Remember? Yep. And we woke up sick. Both of us woke up sick, and we had a newborn. And we're like, we are never doing this again.
Yeah.
And I don't think we ever have.
I don't think so.
No,
I don't think
that
we've
was
been
it.
hungover like that.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to. I'm not like
As he's drinking Jack and
well,
Coke.
no, I'll have a couple of pops, but
Right.
you know, I'm not trying to get fucking toe up. But it was funny, man. We're sitting there talking about it. I was like, dude, nope. I don't want that.
Yeah.
Like and I am. Like there's like we were saying before, like people are holding on to that, like, oh, I can't get older.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to getting older, and like this is the analogy that I gave you last time. Some people, like, if I could do anything, I don't have a problem with getting older. I'm looking forward to getting older, but I don't want it to get here that fast. Like if I could slow time down, I would.
Yes.
But I wouldn't go back in time.
Right.
There's people that want to go back.
No. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes. Like getting older, shit breaks down, right?
Yeah.
Now that, like if we could stop time, I don't know about right now because we have so much in our future that things are going to get better. Like I see that. Like I see all our dreams, the ones that are meant for us to unfolding, like the podcast. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I see that unfolding. You know, us becoming grandparents.
Oh shit! Don't start doing
No,
like
just-
I'm not scared of the future, but I don't want to go that far yet.
No, but what I'm saying, do you
Yeah.
see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I'm looking forward to that. Like I see us.
That's where the slowing down time thing comes in.
Right. But before we start to get sick, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know, and shit really starts to get serious.
I thought you were gonna say like shitting ourselves
And that. Yes.
before we
like
start to
that.
get sick.
Okay, if
and
we can
shitting
like
ourselves.
not get there, you know, we'll be okay.
Yeah.
You know, because before shit starts to break down, you and I are moving to a place to where we can go peacefully together.
Yeah.
And our children are going to be aware. No.
Oh man. Yeah.
You know, but yeah, I see what, yeah, no, it's good.
Yeah.
You know, life is good. Things.
But yeah, I think that was there's no wanting to go back on this side over
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
And I think that's
I'm
a good
too.
sign. I think that's a good
These
sign,
are
right?
the conversations we have together.
Yeah. No, but I think that's a good sign, right?
Yeah,
Like,
no, it
that
is.
you're-
Like we're doing things the way we are supposed to be doing it. This is
Yeah.
our journey together. And,
This is life. It's life. And you know what? I saw it the other, like I told you, like I've
Yeah.
noticed, and it's not something that I've been looking for, and it's not something that when I notice it, I'm just like, oh my God, look at me, I'm getting old. But I told you the other day, like I saw something the other day, or maybe I was watching one of these videos when I'm making clips, and I look and I see I'm getting wrinkles. And the other day I looked at my hand, and you know how you get older and your
Yeah.
skin doesn't look the same anymore.
Right. Isn't that
and it's like I'm
crazy?
starting to see it.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know what? But it's not like, oh my God, I'm getting old. It's like,
Yeah. It's just you notice it. You recognize it.
this is me. You like
Right.
it? You don't? Kick rocks.
Right. Right.
You know?
Right. And I look at Audrey because that's true. Like I had really pretty hands, like like your mom always would tell Adriana, like you have very pretty feminine hands. She has my hands. Like
Yeah.
she has
Similar
my
hands.
hands. Yes. And she has those very pretty, just feminine, just pretty hands. And that's
Yeah.
weird because that's something I notice on people. You know, like my sister Ruby has very pretty, her hands are very pretty,
Yeah.
you know? And anyways, yeah, I've noticed that. And it's like, well, it is what it is, you know? And women mainly take it very hard, you know? And
Yeah.
before that was something that was a trigger. It was something that I had to be okay with. Not only that, but because you're younger than I,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So there was that insecurity there
Yeah.
for me, you know?
Yeah, it's something that you had to work on.
Yeah. And that's just working. That's something that I had, there was healing inside that I need to take care of
But not so much the healing, but it's being comfortable.
in my own skin.
Being comfortable
Yeah.
in your, it's like, look, this is who I am.
Yeah.
And yes, I am getting older. You know, like you know what? If you can't joke around about getting old, then maybe
You have a
maybe you got something you got to work on.
Like when someone asks, hey, how old are you? I don't mind answering. Before, when they used to ask your age and then my age, that's
the thing. You don't ask a woman her age.
But
right?
What does it matter? Yeah.
But if you're good with where you're at and you're comfortable,
right.
Whatever.
Yeah. There's some things that you can change and others that you can't. Like I'm not comfortable. Actually, I'm okay, but I'm not. It's not. I don't know. Like I'm uncomfortable a little bit with my weight. Like I won't. Before I would walk around naked, right?
Yeah.
Around you. I used to shower with you. Now I don't. I'm uncomfortable with where I'm at right now. So that's something that I can work on. That's something that I can change to get back to where I feel comfortable. I feel like me almost. Like I'm not, do you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not okay. I'm happy though where I'm at. But there's something inside of me. If I can't walk around naked around you and feel good about it, or look in the mirror and feel good. Like I'm happy inside and I'm happy with who I am, but I know that there's some changes that I need to make just to feel normal again. I don't know. Does that make sense? I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not at my normal weight. Like this is not my normal weight. This is the out of control. I'm eating whatever I see. Weight.
Fucking eating whatever.
But because we're happy together, like we're in a good place, it doesn't bother me as much.
Well, I think it's I think there's a difference between being comfortable, because like
and
I
being
know
healthy. Like I know I'm unhealthy right now.
It's not that. What I'm saying is like me, I feel the same way. Like I'm not comfortable with my weight, and we've gone off the fucking rails this year, like a lot of people have. But being like that, like I don't have a problem being like, if somebody was to say, hey dude, you got fat, it's like, oh my God.
Oh no, I know I did.
You know what? It's like, I did.
Yeah.
Fuck
so what?
Like, I'm gonna work on it.
I know
whatever.
where I'm at. Yeah.
But it's like people are delusional. Like if you're like, dude, you got fat, and if that hurts your fucking feelings,
there's something there.
Like
I
don't know. Yeah, I got fat and I'm gonna fucking work on it. What do you want me to tell you?
But some people are seriously,
but you can
I never thought
you can walk around naked around me.
That this, thank you, baby.
Don't stop doing that.
But there's something that some people are okay though. Like they truly are. They're like, I'm sexy and I know it, and they're dancing and they're heavy, and that's fine.
That's great.
Yeah, and that's
good for
fine.
You. It may not be healthy, but that's great for you.
Yeah,
you have that attitude.
But just because you're skinny doesn't mean you're healthy.
No, it doesn't.
There are some skinny people out there that are so unhealthy. Like we may be fatter than them, but they are more unhealthy.
Well, it's just their metabolism, their body. Like, they freaking burn it all off.
Skinny fat. That's what they call that. Skinny fat. There's a lot of people out there that are skinny fat.
Yeah, I can't do that.
That are just as unhealthy as we are right now.
I don't get skinny fat. I get actual fat.
So that's the thing though. Like I'm feeling unhealthy right now. Like if I could be this way, because, and have muscle on me.
Yeah.
And be okay. But I know like I'm feeling unhealthy. That's the difference. Like I'm not feeling healthy. I know what I'm putting in my body, and I know that it's not feeding my body what it needs. And another thing that I've noticed, like, and we're going, I don't know about you, but I like keto. So that's where I'm heading back, because I'm sharper on keto.
So are we doing that at the beginning? Are we starting the year off?
I want to, yes.
Yeah, right.
No, because I think we're okay. And I'm not talking about going overboard. Like I'm still going to eat fruit. I'm going to eat my berries. You know what I'm saying? I'm still going to have some sugar.
But natural sugar.
Right. Yeah. And if I want, on the weekend to have something, if I feel that I can be disciplined about it and still have a Twix or something, then I'm good with it. But if I'm not, if I know that that's going to throw me off the rails, then I know I need to stay away from that until I can get stronger. Because sugar is an addiction. Yeah. Sugar is, and we are going to have to detox from that. And how I'm going to do it is through bone broth. Bone broth will kick me into keto faster, and then just start eating the keto diet that way. And I don't know if you want to join me on that, but that's something that I want to do. I'm talking about fasting, baby, with only having
I don't know about that.
And maybe
I'll
for dinner.
Die in jiu-jitsu.
Oh yeah, you won't be able to do that.
Like, what happened to Miguel? He fucking died.
Yeah, and I'm feeling good now. By the way, you guys, I've been talking that I've been going to see my girl.
He was trying this bone broth fast and he died in jiu-jitsu.
But I've been going to see my girl on a regular basis for acupuncture and cupping, and I'm feeling better, even though she's telling me not to go hard with the lifting, because I do want to go work out with our girl from jiu-jitsu.
Yes.
You know, so I want to get back on that, but she said just give it a little time. But I think I'm going to ask her on the New Year's, you know, if she can give me, you know, are you good? Like, do you feel that I'm able to go back and start lifting? Because I am a heavy lifter, and I love that.
Yeah.
You know, but I can go overboard and not be able to walk for a couple of days, but still hit the gym, even though I can't walk, right?
Yeah,
or sit on the toilet.
Jesus. Yeah, you've done that. You do that every time. You do that every time you get back in the gym.
I try to get back. I go back in the gym and I try to lift what I was lifting when I was going consistently.
Yeah.
And I pay for it.
Tough.
I pay the price.
That's the ego.
Is it the ego?
Yep. Yeah, they're like, if I go to the gym today and I fucking, you know, throw 225 on the fucking bars, like, all right, I'm gonna knock this.
I'll die.
Drop it on my fucking neck.
But see, I know my body though, and I don't think I can go. I don't think I could do that anymore. I don't know. I don't feel that I can. If I try to squat, you know what I was squatting when I left. I think I'm gonna end up on the floor and back with my girl.
Get a video of it, because if we can get viral on YouTube, it'd be one of those gym videos, right? Fucking shit crashing.
And I'm not okay with wearing the mask though.
At the gym?
Yeah, like doing all of that, because I know how I work out, and I'm going to be like out of breath dying with the mask on.
Yeah.
Ugh. But hey, whatever.
Yep.
You know?
Well, for those of you guys out there listening, if you guys want to share this podcast with anybody that you know, we definitely, well, obviously we would recommend it, but if you guys would share it, it would definitely help us out. You guys can do that by going to oppositesattractpodcast.com. You can watch the show there. You can see all of our social media links there. You can follow us on our social media at Opposite Pod, or just search Opposites Attract Podcast on whatever social media you're on, and you'll find us. We're also on YouTube. You can watch our podcast on YouTube, on Facebook. If you go to our website, oppositesattractpodcast.com, if you click on the Support the Show link, if you're on your phone, if you click the menu, you'll see the Support the Show link. That'll take you to our Amazon link. Anything that you purchase through Amazon, we'll get a little bit of a kickback, but it doesn't cost you anything extra. It helps out the show. And you also see a link to Trust Inc. And Trust Inc. is?
We are a nationwide mobile notary agency. We do a lot of work with title companies and law firms. If you are looking to, especially now, because the interest rates are still, it's amazing. Like, they're still down. Like, the lowest I've seen is like a 2.5. 2.5, and that was for a VA. But if you are looking at refinancing, I say do it now. Do it now before those rates go up, and hopefully they don't go up anytime soon. But and if you're looking to purchase or sell, you know, you can request Trusting to be your mobile notary agency to help you sign, initial, and date those documents correctly.
Excellent. And if you want to go to Trust Inc. directly, you can go to trustinkusa.com. We're nationwide, so wherever you're at, we can get you a notary that can help you with the documents to buy your house or sell your house or whatever you're doing.
Yes.
Trustinkusa.com. We're also affiliates with Libsyn. If you guys want to start a podcast, if you've thought about it, if you have a hobby or something that you're passionate about and you want to talk about it and put it out there, if you go to Libsyn, LIBSYN.com, and you use promo code OAP for Opposites Attract Podcast, you'll get the rest of whatever month you sign up in for free, and you'll get the next month for free for using promo code OAP.
All right.
So,
OAP. Yeah. Oh, my mom. She's like, hey, I was just listening to Opposites Attract song, or Opposites Attract. And I'm like, by who? I'm like, Paula Abdul.
Yeah, that comes up all the time whenever I search. Yeah, I do stuff for the podcast. Paula Abdul's always.
Have you ever heard that song prior to our podcast?
I don't know if I've heard it. I don't know if I heard it before the pod. I've definitely heard it now, but I don't know if I heard it before. There also, Kendrick Lamar has an Opposites Attract he's got an Opposites Attract podcast song.
Yeah.
But I haven't heard that one.
Gotcha.
But no, we're getting to the end of the year. We're on episode 99. Thank you guys. We're getting into the triple digits. It's still not too late to send us your favorite moment of the podcast, your favorite episode, your favorite guest, your favorite whatever. You guys can call us or find us on any of the social media. Call us at 480-912-5128. And next up is episode 100. The first episode
100.
of 2021. And, you know, I was talking to somebody earlier in the week, and we have a new year starting, right? And this is the time when everybody buckles down. Like, this is it. This is the year for me. 2020 was a fucking shit show. It was a disaster for everybody. 2021 is the year when everything changes. I just found your glasses.
I want to skip to 2022.
You see your glasses over there?
No, baby, I got them on.
Okay. Anyway.
Those are
I
my
got a squirrel.
side.
Anyway. But yeah, like, you know, 2021 is a new year, and we're going to, you know, kick ass this year. And
like we just mentioned about our weight.
There's so much shit that's happening in the world with all the different fucking world powers and China and fucking Russia and the virus and fucking all the politics and everything that's happening. This is the thing. You only have so much control over certain things in your life. Those are things that you don't have any control over. You don't have control over the politics. You don't have control over these fucking superpowers. You don't have control over a lot of this shit. Focus on what's important.
Yes.
On the things that are going to make a difference. Focus on your family. Focus on your own finances. Fuck the state's finances. Fuck the company's, the country's finances. Fuck the company's finances, wherever you're at. Like, it's your shit is the most important.
Yep. It's your life. It's your story. It's your story. It's your journey. And the life and the pen is in your hand.
Because you know what? Our country is a fucking disaster, you know? But we just focus on what we want to do. And there's a lot of people. And you know what? A lot of people look at this country right now, like, they're like, man, fucking the U.S. is having some fucking, like, they're going through a tough time right now. You know what? Some of us are going through a tough time.
Right.
But the way that you can make sure that your 2021 is successful is by fucking block. You know, some of that shit is important. Some of that shit you do want to know about, but don't let it like fucking really take hold of your brain.
Right.
The shit that you should really focus on is the stuff that's important. The work that you do, your family, your finances, the shit that really makes a difference in your life.
Yes.
Right?
Good job, babe. Good job. That was
and
good.
With that, episode 100 is coming up next.
Coming.
Wait, that one's first.
Boing, oing, oing.
There we go.
Oh, no.
But yeah, thank you guys for being with us this year. Happy New Year to everyone.
Happy New Year.
And yeah, next year is going to be great. And next year will be great for you guys too.
Yes.
You know, we'll all stick together. We'll work together. Let us know how you guys are doing. If you guys have goals, let us know some of your goals for next year.
Kumbaya. That's going to be mine for you. You know what? Forget the soundboard. I'm going to build my own soundboard. Yes.
2020 was a shit show. For many of us, we were locked in our houses with people that we couldn't fucking stand.
But others,
but next year is going to be different. Next year, we're going to kick the shit out of next year. We're going to get our shit together. Next year is going to be different.
We're going to lose weight.
We're going to make money.
We're going to make love.
Oh, fuck. That's on a different...
You're fired. And if you are looking for a job, call 480.
No, don't do that. Go find one. Anyway,
go find one.
Thanks for being with us. We love you guys.
Love you guys.
We'll talk to you guys next week.
Until next time.
Bye.
Bye.
We're a fucking disaster.
We're a good disaster.